Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minetest mod review, and today we are looking at the Connected Chests mod, which, as you can see, adds a connected chest. Now this connected chest is without a crafting recipe. It comes in two variants, the non-locked and locked versions, and as you can see, you can still place two chests side by side like normal, and these chests of course act as one would expect, and we have the connected chest, which is pretty much twice as big. And I say pretty much because it's a little bit more. It's a little extra something something. So a normal chest is 8 inventory spaces wide and 4 inventory spaces high, which if we multiply that out, that's 32. We have 2, that's 64 inventory slots. Now a big chest is 5 inventory slots high and 13 across. Multiply it out, 65. You gain 1 inventory slot by making a double chest rather than single chests. And the same goes for the locked versions as well. You still get that extra inventory space. So you might just be asking yourself, well, how do I make a double chest if there's no craft recipe for it? And if I can clearly still place 2 side by side? Well, let me just show you. It's very simple actually. You just place one and then hold down the sneak key and right click on the side of your chest and it will make it into a double chest, because obviously if you just click on it with another chest, you will open the chest up rather than placing the chest. And as you see, if you place the chest on the ground, it doesn't do anything. And now of course, if you do a locked and a non-locked chest, they will not connect. Like, that makes sense. Also, if you have a weird obstruction above it, as you will notice, the chest won't open. And I can remove the obstruction from this end. Chest still does not open. No obstruction, the chest opens. Now one thing I did find a little interesting, this one, it kind of opens in the background once the form specs already open. Like, you click, you instantly have your display, and that opens in the background. Whereas the other chests, they open before. Wait a minute, that's weird. What? So this, oh, because it does open. But why did the locked one give it to me before it opens? Okay, so scratch what I just said, because evidently that's confusing. So that one opens before, this one opens during. Most interesting. It's probably not a bug. It's just the way it works. And of course, we can do the same thing with the locked chest here. I'll just place the node right on top of it. It won't open. And now for the fun part, if we throw a few items into this chest and try to dig it, it doesn't dig, obviously, which would be the same as we get with a single chest. If you have an item in it, you can't break it. And even if you only have one item in the chest, you cannot break it. I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. And again, you see you can't break it. So you have to have the entire inventory empty to break it. And as you may have noticed if you were paying close attention, we gained 2 chests when we dug the big chest. I will do it again. Watch the little number down there. See, we have 4 chests. Now we have 6, because the double chest is technically 2 chests. And we also have the shift clicking ability. So you can shift click items in and out of the inventory of a double chest, just like you can a single chest, which is nice, because when you have this many inventory slots and you need to empty this chest, which admittedly will take 3 trips if you have a completely empty player inventory, but to click items one by one would take ages. So it's so much nicer to just be able to do a quick shift click and run through and put your items in, grab your items out. And that is the connected chest mod. Pretty simple, but it's one of those things where sometimes it's just nice to have. Instead of having to have two chests to look through, you can just have one and everything's right there and you don't have to remember which chest you put your items in because you just have one chest with a much bigger inventory. So that wraps up this mod review. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and tune in next week for another brand new Minetest mod review, and I will see you then.